Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is August the 14th, 2022, and it's Sunday, and it's check-in day with y'all to say what I've been up to and what we've been doing. So with all of that being said, I have a special guest with me today, and it's my youngest granddaughter. So I'd like to introduce her to you because this is a first for her. So come here a minute, Harp. I'm going to let her debut with me. Do you want to tell everybody hi? Mommy's in the chat. Tell Mommy hi.
Hi.
She's just a little bit camera shy. She doesn't get that from me, right? So, you ready for me to get going? So I can tell everybody what I've been up to? Okay, honey. She'll be back on probably just stepping in and out. I asked her mom if she could pop in for a second with me so that Mommy's saying hi, Harp. So I'm moving everything out of the way, and I'm going to give you a real quick lineup, but I want to tell everybody hi in the chat. Hi, June, and welcome, sweetheart. Joe's keypad isn't working on his side of the room, so he's having issues with that this morning, so misspelled words and things. So I'm sorry, guys. Allison, welcome, sweetheart. Cindy, hello, welcome. So everybody that misses this one can catch it on the replay. It's on... You know how that rolls. So I wanted to tell you, last Sunday I worked on finishing up my Maryland quilt. This is going to be the backing for one of my projects that I'm donating to the Ladies Auxiliary to the Maryland State Firemen's Association. I'm starting to get into paper pieces just a bit. So that's my daughter to help me. But this is going to be the Maryland crab that's going to go on the back of a quilt that I'm designing on my own. So with that being said, that's going to turn out really nice. This white, my daughter's going to put Maryland State Firemen's Association and Ladies Auxiliary in there. That's why that's blinging out there. But it's going to be black lettering, so that won't show at all. So I think that kind of turned out really neat. And I'll show you the pattern that I'm using. I wrote it myself, so it's going to be a cute one. I just have to finish out the measurements on it. But it's going to look like this. Let me get it up here to the camera. So this is our state colors. Whoops, we're right there. So it's going to look like it's just a starburst. So I've never done that before. So I'm going to try to get into a little bit of pattern writing as well. So I think that'll be something neat. And then I know everybody has been asking to see the fourth quilt one more time. I did show the video of the... time lapse that Joe put together, and if you missed it, you really want to step back and see that. That turned out really cute. Katie D Crafts, hello, and so Terry, hi darling. So this is the fourth and final quilt for our traveling quilt project that we kicked off with Stephanie Stitches and Kathy of Kathy's Cute Creations. So I'm going to show you the fourth one, then I'm going to circle back and finish off everything that I can think of on this project. So this is the one that's going to go to the NICU. And I'm working with the hospital now to finish out all the logistics on how we're going to handle the donation to them. This is one side of it. Then this is the other. I just didn't want to unfold it. And what this is going to do is lay over top of the incubators and stimulate the womb. And I think that's kind of a neat way to end out this great project where we're giving back to the community, and so many hands has touched it. Hi, girlie. Welcome, baby. I've missed being on with you. So, I've got that done. Let me lay this up here. I'm going to try to stack stuff out of the way as I'm going down through what I've been up to, because it's not going to be a real long video. The video has all the names of who is in this one. There is one leftover block this year that will carry over for next year's quilt. I've already contacted the donor for that block, and she said that is not a problem at all. So I can honestly say every block that has been donated has been utilized with the exception of one. Kathy of Kathy's Cute Creation is in possession of Quilt 1. She's working on the binding. Hello, Dorlyn, and welcome. And Kathy she's going to work up the video and get that out. And as soon as she does, she'll let me know when it's debuting so that I can direct everybody over to her channel to make sure that we're all watching that. What else? Stephanie Stitches, she had a computer crash, cell phone issue. Her sewing machine Black Beauty died on her. So she's had a lot of things going on. So with getting ready for the quilt retreat for next weekend, she's been bombarded. So she's working as much as she can to get Quilt 2 and Quilt 3 videos together and up. I cannot tell you that's going to be done before she leaves. But she is in possession of those quilts, and everything's fallen into place the way that we want everything to go. But life happens, things happen, and there's not a lot we can do about it. On Monday the 8th, I did a very short touch the base with Tucker because everybody's been wanting to know where's Tucker, what's going on with him. So if you didn't see that, it's like a 15-minute segue into a video that he posted that followed soon as my interview was over, telling you a little bit about what's going on. His mom and dad bought the house. There's issues with the contractor, got sick. Beams needed moved, walls needed pushed. So as you know, when you buy a property and you're making changes, there's always those hidden things. So he's going to be coming back stronger and better than ever before. But the goal is by the end of September, so watch his page periodically. He is going to give me a date when he's going to be back. So myself and a few other content creators, we're going to be bashing that date out there for everybody. So that's kind of neat. Quilting video done on the binding. Yeah, I did the quilting and video on binding that up. On the 9th, I took a day off because I had things I had to do. I worked on my open gate project number 2, and that turned out really cute. And if you haven't signed on yet with the open gate, this is just the dish towel, but all this here glows in the dark. So that's going to be really neat when we do that. And it's ready to go. It'll go into my kitchen and hang on my stove. The project number 2, I honestly have not touched yet. I'm trying to decide if this is going to be a giveaway or if I'm going to do this one up. So it's called Salem's Black Hat Society Wall Hanging. So I think that's kind of neat, but I'm not really into all the Halloween-y stuff, even though I have the grandkids. I like it. And she's also got this cool pattern that she wrote, and it's called Roundabout. So if you like stuff like that, that's really cool. And she's got her fabric line for that, and it's ready to go. I did do cotton cuts, and it's my first time with them. So I got to show you this. I've never did cotton cuts. Becca and Ian was talking about doing it. So I was like, oh, I don't know. And then when they told us that it was helping individuals with some issues, Joe and I decided to go ahead and sign on. So we had to make 4 of these blocks. They come already pre-done. I did everything the way that Ian said, laid it out. June helped me in the chat that night and reminded me to count everything first. And then this is the second row of it. And we had to make 4 of these. So every one of them lined up. There was no fuss, no muss. I really like the way that this is coming together just with the first clue. I was told to keep all my clues together, so that's what I'm doing here. And that way nothing gets mixed up or anything. So that's going to be fun. So let me get that block back in here. So I marked my trays moving forward since I'm getting into a lot more. The 3-yard quilt Farmhouse chick quilt, I worked on it on Thursday. On Thursday, I went live. Teresa Louise wasn't feeling her best. So she's got a lot of stuff going on and can really use a lot of prayers for herself and her husband. Life and stress and medical, you name it. So just please keep her covered in your prayers. Courtney took the day off that day and spent some family time. But this is the quilt that we're doing. It's the 3-yard Farmhouse chick. It's real light in colors, but with a dark gray. I wish now, after I'm getting it together, I might have picked more colors that were like out there, you know. But it's coming together. I went ahead and put the first border on And when we go live this Thursday, I'll put in the second border, the cornerstones, and then the following week, we'll come back, bind it out, and then move on to the next project. So hi, Scrunchions, and welcome, sweetheart. So let me see, that's done. Friday, I spent working on a test pattern for someone, and I'm telling you what, when that pattern hits out there, everybody is just going to be blown away. This person's writing patterns now. They're going to be hitting her page. So I'm not at liberty to drop the name or anything at this time, but I can tell you when this pattern hits, I will be speaking a lot on it. It's really cool and it's amazing. So that's all I can tell you right now. I spent about 12 hours working this project up so that I could just knock it out, and I love doing test patterns because it's so cool to work with and see the mind of the pattern writer. So it's helping me as I'm moving forward with my own little projects. So I also, Joe, as everyone knows, he had his heart attack in November. He's lost quite a bit of weight. So as we've replenished his jeans, because you can't go from a 38 to a 32 and just keep snuggling them in the belt, I took his jeans and I cut them all up. Everybody knew I was working on a project. Well, Kristen of Pieces Love, she and I've been talking a lot, and I love what Kristen does with her jeans and fabrics and stuff. So I spoke with Joe and I said, can I have them? I'm just going to cut them up. I'm not donating them this time because I'd like to make them into a pap quilt. And he's like, what? And I said, I want to use your jeans because they're all tethered and worn. They're really soft and cuddly. So I'm using those up. So hello, Kelly. Welcome, sweetheart. So what I did was, these are going to be little just throw pillows for my granddaughters in the living room. So we just did crazy stuff with them. And I think they came together really cute. But look at the stretch in them. I'm just like blown away. And they're so soft. The girls will be able to just sit on them, lay on them, or cuddle them. So I've got those done. And then the jean quilt. I'm going to stand up and show you how this came together. Went out yesterday with Harp, and we went to Walmart, and I picked the backing for it. And it's a real soft, like a fox kind of fabric. And it's really stinking cute, and it blends in really well. But this is all just scrappy. It's going to be here in my home for the granddaughters to play with and have. And the fun part is it's all Pap's jeans. So I left the pockets open. Kristen said leave the pockets open and the grandkids can play with the pockets. But it's just really stinking scrappy. No rhyme or reason to the way I did them. They're all 8.5 blocks. And it's definitely a heavy quilt, but my living room gets a little nippy in the winter. So this one here is just going to be, like I said, just a fun quilts. So I'm going to lay that there. And I just thought that was a cool way of using up that stuff. And I've seen Kristen do that, and I was like, well, I'd really like to do that too, just to see how it turns out. So that's really fun. That was Friday. I worked the bingo hall, and then I did a sleepover last night with Harp, and that was pretty cool. You did that one quick. Love it, Donna. It's going to be cute, isn't it? I just can't wait. I was just mindless sewing the other night. I couldn't sleep, so Joe come up here with me, and he sat over there. I love it. Will you put batting in? That's one of my questions. Pieces Love and Quilting, Courtney said, with it being so heavy, you might not want to put batting in it. So I wasn't sure if you do or not. So I've got an email out to Kristen over across the pond, waiting for a response back, because she never said whether she did. But the fabric for the backing, it's regular. I bought a queen size quilt blanket per se, and that's going to be the backing. And it's like, I don't know, it's just really stinking soft. So I ran it through the wash. Got all the little fibers off of it and everything, and I've got it loaded on the long arm, or I would pull it and show you. But that's going to be the backing, and it's real plush, and so it's really just I just love it. I'll be cuddling with that, and I'll be fighting the grandkids for it. So I'm not sure. Everything I'm reading on a jean quilt, with it being so heavy, some people say you put a batting in, some don't. I guess it's just going to be whoever and however you would want to do it. The last thing I did on that, the next thing, Beth's in the chat so I can say something. We did the hopscotch quilt for my granddaughters, and it needed a bag. Who knew, right? But I think everybody in the chat, if you haven't seen it, let me know and I'll pull it back out. So yesterday I was sitting up here and I was like, Bebe asked for a bag. That way it'll just strap across her body. And I didn't have any more of this fabric with the cherry, and I didn't want to use black, but I used the colors that's in it. So I made a lining in black and white for the inside, but I made a little cherry tag and has her name on it, and then mine, Handmade by Ying, tag on it, so that it all fits in there really good. I never do, because it will be fine without it. Thanks, June. I wasn't sure. I've never did denim before, so then it's going without. I think it'll be neat. So this is the hopscotch bag. Officially now it is bagged, ready to go, so Mom can put the UN on it. It's got some strings, I guess, from the denim quilt. Then I got a couple little things to remind everybody about, and then that'll pretty much be it. Courtney and I have been talking for quite a bit. She does these, the jungle abstract quilts. Everybody that has seen Courtney's on Peace, Love, and Quilting, she does a fabulous job. She's done the elephant, the tiger, the lion. She does that everything. But she's working on her second lion. So I told her, I said, Bethan, you have me hooked now on this FPP. I want to try it. So she's like, this will come together, blah, 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 blah. And I talked a bit about it. So what we're doing is she's giving me a lot of homework leading up to us kicking this project off. So I want to give you some dates to remember, because we're shifting days of the week on this one, because kids go back to school. She's going back into the schoolhouse and helping. So with that being said, this is the one we're doing. Everybody's been asking. So the homework that she gave me, good Lord, I felt like I was back in school. The girl's cracking the whip, I tell you. So, here's the pattern. And I never did what she's told me before, but I'm new to FPP. She does something called freezer paper FPP. So, if I'm going to learn it, I want to learn it the way that she's teaching it. That way I can always refer back. If I ever decide I want to do this pattern again, I'm not ruining it. So, over the last, and I kid you not, 2 weeks, 129 pieces I have got marked, labeled, color-coded, broke down into different things, and this is it. I finally finished it this morning, so we will be ready to kick this project off. Let me see, someone in the chat, I do the rag quilts, there are good. Okay, hi, Nancy, Gus. Please put Terry on your prayer list at church, please. Absolutely. Not a problem. Let me write that down and we will get that out. Got it. And I'll add that. I have that pattern. We'll be doing it with you, Donna. Awesome. So I'm giving you the dates, Nancy, so you have them. I asked Courtney, we do so much over on my channel. I would like to hop over to hers a little bit, because we got to share the love. I'm not really great with this other, what is that called, Joe, that the kids use? It's not our YouTube, and it's not the way that we stream. They do something different. What's it called? He said I asked him too quick. Beth, what's the name of it if you're in the chat? You use it with your friend. Anyway, I don't know if we're doing it this new way that Courtney does it, or if we're going to use the YouTube the normal way. But anyway, I asked her last night when we were talking and setting our dates that I'd like to hop over to her channel. That way we're all just sharing the love. So the dates that it's called Restream. Thanks, honey. So it's something called Restream. I'm not great with it, but I'm going to learn it. Well, I'm not. Joe is. And we're going to try it. If there's a lot of lag and stuff, then we're going to just bounce back over to mine the following. Because the last time we tried it, I didn't like the way it worked, but we're going to give it a go. So save the dates for September the 7th. We're going to kick this project off. They're all Wednesdays at noon to 2. It's the 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th. So those are going to be important dates to remember. If you're doing this project with us, email me or email Courtney. I use Restream, and I'm not sure if she uses Streamlab now through. Okay, I don't know. We Joe and her is going to be working behind the scenes on getting a few things set up so that we have a smooth transition.
She wants to use Streamlab, but she's not sure how it works. I'm not educated.
Yeah, Joe will work with her on it. But this is really fun. So I'm going to write down who's working with us on this. I just saw it and I had it. 1 second. I'm trying to look real quick. Hello, Purple Wall. I just saw you and I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm trying to get down through the chat real quick. Patty G. All right. I'll be watching for you. Are you going to do the freezer, or are you just going to pull it from here and sew it up? Let me know. That way, if you need help with how she told me to do the freezer paper part, I'll help you. Hi, Nellie. Welcome. That's a new name. Haven't saw you. Welcome. Let me see what else. I've had several subscribers ask me to do something, so I'm going to try it. I'm only going to do it for 3 months. If it works, I'll keep it going forward. And if not, then we know it's a dud. But anyway, what they want to do is we're going to try it, like I said. So, wish us luck. They want us to start a midnight sew. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Joe's sitting here, no. But I said I would do it. So we're going to do it. It's going to be the first Saturday of every month. You bring your own project. Or you can do the one that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be kicking off my Bargello. And that way, it's a large project. And I'm just going to sew the Bargello only online with the Midnight Sew group. So if you're interested in joining that, email me at Donna@handmadebying.com. We're going to do it midnight. It's always going to be a Saturday, midnight to 2 a.m. If it's going good and everybody's hyped up on coffee or their beverage of choice, we might go a little longer. It all depends. It'll just be fun. Kelly Cruz's husband just bought me a Bluetooth headset for my phone. Helpful for when I'm on hold for work. Absolutely. So that's going to be fun. So save the first Saturday of September, October, November, and December. I wrote down 4 months for us to do this. And it's going to be your project. You can either do the Bargello with me, or you can bring your own. Otherwise, I'll just be live by myself with Courtney, because I know she's always up late too. So that's just one more thing we're adding in. Please remember, Monday, I have the biggest interview that I've done yet so far. It's with the Fabric Patch. Cindy Rang and her daughter Brianna are going to be on with me at 7 o'clock. That's going to be a fun interview. If you have questions for them, please email them to me ahead of time. That way I can just make a great big list. It's going to be fun. It's just, they are fabulous. And the interview is probably going to run itself pretty much. These girls are pros at everything that they do. So it's just going to be fun. So if you have questions, email them to me at Donna@handmadebying.com. It's going to be a great interview. We're about an hour, hour and a half in to it. We can go up to 2. I don't want to tie them up too long. So we'll see how that goes. I'd like to learn both ways. I have my pattern papers all copied and clipped like you do. I had the fabrics all picked and ready to go on the Zoom. Awesome. let me show you how she told me to do my fabrics. I might as well show you while I'm here. I set up the bags like she told me in every color. I'm doing them exactly the way the pattern says. That way, as I'm learning, but every color is put in their bags. Every bag is marked with, like, this is geranium. It says the main. So let me know, Patty, if that's the way that you've done yours. But I've set up a cart that's going to be just for this pattern alone. Good morning, Donna. Just home from church. Hope it was an amazing service. Anointed. How great is that? So, Patty, let me know if you put yours into the Ziploc bags like Courtney told me to. And she told me whatever it said here on the pattern. I'm not sure if you're doing it the same way. I'm doing mine to match the pattern because this is my first big one. But I have the other ones I am going to be doing. And as it said here, how to match them up. I think that'll be really neat. So that's done. I've given you the reminder about the interview Monday with Cindy Rang and Brianna. That's just going to be off the hook fun. Joe and I are heading out of town with Harp today. If everybody would wish Bebe, today's her kickoff game for the football season of 2023. And she's an amazing cheerleader, her and her team. So we're going to be heading out of town for that here directly. And that's why we're doing the WIPs and UFOs an hour or so earlier than we normally would. I've told you about the midnight sew. We're doing the border on the Fabric Cafe. We finished off our mod list. It's locked in stone now. So if anybody has any questions on our moderators, feel free to ask Joe or I. I'm going to give you a list of our current moderators. They are locked. These are the ones that if anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to ask Joe or I or ask them directly. We have Sew Becca, Stephanie, Together We Sew, Beth of Goody Goods, Courtney of Pieces, Love and Quilting, Sean, the guy who sews, and Teresa Louise. They are our current moderators, and we're moving forward with them. What do you have there, Donna? Was that a legit kit? No, that is the Abstract Lion. It's the jungle. This is the pattern that we're going to be doing. We're kicking it off on Courtney's channel on September the 7th. It's never too late to hop in and join us. This is going to be fun. Courtney's going to run the whole thing, tell us what to do. We've got Patty G joining us. If you'd like to, go ahead and grab the pattern. It's just going to be a fun one, Janine. Joe's August picks for his lineup is Dog Mom Who Knits, hashtag Campbell's Creation / Learning to Quilt, Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter, and Shirley over at Around to It. So that's his August lineup for his picks, and we're pushing those channels. Prayers for safe travel and best wishes. Thank you. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, that would be great. Tells me you like the content that we're doing. Thank you, June, for reminding everybody. I greatly appreciate it. I don't know how many's in the chat, and I don't watch all that stuff. Joe watches it. If I can do anything for you in the week ahead, let me know. Oh, he said there's 24 in the chat. So that's a nice chat this morning. Cool. Looks like fun and enjoy. You're welcome to join in. I mean, the size of the FPP. How big is that kit? Oh, okay. Hold on. I don't know. I'd rather tell you I don't know. It's going to finish 60 by 60. So a really nice size. Sorry, did I miss the information about the Bargello? Yes, Cindy. What I'm going to do is I was going to do it during the day. But I've had several people reach out, and I've never done this before, so I'm going to kick it off on a new thing that we're doing. And if it works for you, let me know, and if not, I'll work with you separately. The Bargello is going to kick off, and it's called a midnight sew. So, I don't know if you're a late night sewer, but I'm going to have to try it this way. If not, let me know. I can change projects and we can bring the Bargello back to daytime sewing because I have one more open day that I could do that. But I've had several people asking me if we can do a 2-hour midnight to 2 a.m. sew because they're all over the country and across the pond. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. We'll do it for 4 months. If we have enough subscribers that want to do it, we'll do it. If they want to come on live with me, all they need to do is email Joe and he'll send them the link. I think it would be fun to have subscribers on as we work that project. It'll be showing you how to sew them, press them, line them up, mark them, get it ready to cut. But I have many, many projects, so I can switch projects and do the Bargello during the day. That's not a problem. But a couple of the ladies wanted it at nighttime when their house is quiet. So I figured I would go ahead and try it. I know we can knock it out. What fabrics do we need for the Bargello? The Bargello is going to be an easy sew. I'm doing mine as a rainbow just for purposes of being able to show everybody. So it's 2 jelly rolls is what I've got. And that'll do the whole quilt top. So we will use 41, so it'll be 82 strips total as we're working this project. Goodbye, Kelly and honey, and thanks for joining. I'm coming around to make the Bargello. Awesome. Thank you, Scrunch. Yeah, so you'll need 2. What fabric do we need, Cindy? You just need 2 jelly rolls of your choice that make a match. That way you're going to get the full effect of the wave in it. If I can email the pattern right before we start because there's not a lot to the pattern. Basically, we're just going to be sewing strips and sets, ironing the seams the way that they need to go, and then we'll make it like a it's easier to show you. It'll be like a little tunnel, and then we'll cut them, mark them, and then we'll do a little tiny 4 pickle in each one and line it back up. It'll come in really cute when it's done. It's going to take us about a month to get through that, but it'll be a fun project. And you'll have something cool in the end. So if anybody has any questions, drop them now for me and I can answer them. Joe will put the information in the description box when this video goes up because I forgot to remind him about the dates and things so people can refer back. But it'll be the Bargello. We're kicking off, like I said, the first Saturday of September. Goody goods, if you're still up at midnight, darling, I can always use ya. You'll have fun. You'll probably be long arming at that time of night. You're my nighttime girl. So with all of that being said, I am in for the Bargello. Dorlin, I'll write you down because I want to keep a list of who's going to be that I can watch for. So let me see. I want to write these names down for the Bargello. So I have Dorlin. I have, do you need a big space to make it? No, I'm going to be using right here in front of the camera. I'm not using a great big space. There was somebody else who's doing it with me. I'm trying to go back up through Scrunchkins, Scrunchins, Cindy Good, Gode. I'm trying to make sure that I have everybody listed, but you are more than welcome to send me your email. Just like send an email to the business email because I'll send you the link and we can just Zoom. It's going to be a lot easier. That way we're all seeing what each other's doing. It'll just be fun. I have listed Dorlin Dale, Scrunchins, Cindy Goody. I knew there was one more. I think Patty G. Or is Patty G. Patty G's doing the lion. That's it. Okay, so that's the 3 here. So we'll be pushing that out when you're in chat with others or you're in my chat. Make sure that you guys let people know that we are doing the Bargello. I've got to let a couple other ones know because we can fit many on Zoom and just stream it live. That way everybody's right out there with us. And it'll just be a fun sew along. But all you need is your 2 jelly rolls. You pick however you want it to go. I've seen them in blue waves, white with blue, whatever you want. Just make sure that you have this equal amounts of both. That way you're going to get the full ripple effect of the Bargello. So I'm going to get off here because Joe's going, we got to hit the road. Got to hit the road. So you want to tell everybody bye? Come here, Harp. So thank you guys for joining us. It's been fun. It's been a crazy week. And I'll see y'all back here tomorrow night when I'm with Cindy. That's going to be fun. So you guys take care. God bless. Have a fabulous Sunday. And be kind to each other. We'll talk to you soon. Give them a second, Joe, to say goodbyes in their chats. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Give us a thumbs up if you like the content that we're sharing and the direction that we're taking our channel. Beth, thank you for hopping in and modding today. I greatly appreciate it, sweetheart.